Hey folks, Nick Tockert here. I'm covering in for the 8 o'clock slot for Joe Bachman. We're going to do a random art time with Nick. I am in the process of porting all my goodies over to the wonderful world of the Independent Creator Directory channel. So we are broadcasting out all over the place, but I didn't want him to lose momentum. So what we will be doing is I will be drawing, and when people hop in the chat from any of our many destinations, I will be happy to take comments, requests. We'll see who likes what. If you don't know me, my name is Nick Tockert. I'm a freelance author, artist, swordmaster, game designer, and retired paranormal consultant. Meaning, please do not call me if something goes bump in the night. Now, while we're letting that, we're going to go right here. And I'm just going to do a happy bit of drawing because I'm not terribly important the images are, so we'll go full screen with that. Yes, I know I had the wrong layout in the back. Like I said, I'm just trying to cover for my dear friend. Now we will get some music going, and then I'm just going to start randomly doing some drawing. All this music has been provided by Dan Hollifield. I will be working through it as I remember to, one track at a time, starting with track 1, Indistinguishable from Magic. I will, of course, forget that I am doing this. But let's get some music going, and I get your comments up. And we'll hide this, and I'll start going. It's one of the nice things about don't really have a planned venue. So what I'll do is, right now I'm starting on the classic. This is the format I use for doing things on YouTube. But I'm thinking we're just going to do some nice character design, because a lot of people ask about that. And as I do it, I'll talk through all my steps and such. The program I'm using is Clip Studio Paint. This is 1.0. This is not the subscription version because I don't want to pay repeating fees. But we're going to go in here into our tools, and we have a lot of nice tools in here. I think I'll grab the mechanical pencil because it's been suiting me fairly well lately. And I'm just going to try to get a feel. When you're designing characters, you either go in with a plan or you go in with a shape. And since this is completely off the cuff and I'm just providing some content to keep people who are used to sitting down and watching this at this time, we'll just throw a shape in and we'll see where it goes. Okay, so it looks like I'm doing a girl or a woman, female character of some sort. And this is just what I normally would refer to as the blues, which is a sub-sketch layer where I can just play. I'm drawing a woman because I've done more work with female anatomy while I'm drawing. Oh, you're welcome, Joe. I figured someone else was going to swoop in, and I didn't want to, put the cape on unless someone else, if someone else had the idea. But since no one else was, I'd come in and cover. But don't be intimidated by trying to draw anatomy. Once you start to get a feel for the rules and the general gist, and I'm sorry, you know what? Let me do something. I'm going to add a layer. I'm going to drop it behind, and I am going to fill it with at least a gray. So let me see. Grab my fill tool, open it up, refer only to editing layer because I have a reason for it, and we are going to fill this with just a nice passive gray. The reason I'm doing that is it'll make it a little easier on your eyes while you're watching the screen. That way you're not quite getting your retinas burnt out looking at a white screen. I try to be helpful to my lovely viewers. And like I said, oh, hi, Alec. I figured I'd cover for Joe, because Lord knows he does it for me enough. And I improvised something out as, it got me this gig. So we're going to do this character, and then after I've worked with this character, whoever she is, I will take comments and requests. But it's always good to see you, Alec. Let's see. Nice. Trying to figure out the pose I want to work. Oh, wow! I've done the horrible sin, haven't I? Yep, that's called. Let me just do this because at this point I've goofed up. Forgetting your layers. So we're going to here merge that down so that that is one layer to work with, and we are all. Well, this is the blues anyway. I can sketch over it, and if I have to refill it later, I will. I'm not going to stress. But we've got a nice character here. I'm really thinking she's a cat girl of some sort, which is fine. I haven't drawn a cat girl in a bit. My phone is pinging me, telling me every message known to man is coming off, which happens whenever I start a stream. It's a given. Her head's a little big for what I want, but that's okay. Hi, Thesis. I don't know what's coming in on my phone. Let me take a brief pause, and I am going to turn off my messages. Yes, yes, yes. Tell me what is pinging me, and be quiet. There we go. Maybe. Okay. That isn't anything too pressing. So we've got this nice little cat girl. I haven't done a cat girl in a while. I don't know if this is VJ or not. This is very VJ hair. But she's a little skinny for VJ. I may have to play with some proportions. Give her some thighs. Yeah, let's see. That's a little back. So we'll do that so she's standing a little normal. There we go. Now what do we want to do with this character? She's going to need some work. Working in character reference. Oh, let's see. And hi, Thesis, if I didn't greet you properly. And guys, please like, share, and subscribe to this for whoever knows what else could come up on this network. I'm working on a set character reference sheet for Nitsu. I'm doing a fun dynamic pose for the front view, and back view will be more simple. Well, if you're doing a reference sheet, I would consider doing a walk around or a turnaround. So you have the person, hold on, let me see if I can do this without the whole universe getting cranky. That is the wrong button. Oh my gosh, it was possessed by a gradient. Dang it, Joe. I don't know how that's your fault, but it's your fault. Where is my slide? Ah ha ha ha. I had the selection tool wrong. Why my computer's being a thing? Let's move this. Let's see if it moves just this layer. It moves just this layer. Okay, we aren't combining things, so we'll just leave that wrong. That's fine. What we will do... No, I don't want that. I will unselect that. This layer really should merge down. There we go. Now it's one layer. It'll be a little annoying for a second, but aha, I can fix that. That. Well, there. Now I shouldn't have any problem. We will select this all again with the box for no reason other than I have a box, and we'll move that over. If I select it first, it will. And then we will talk about walk turnarounds. Why is it not? It's being argumentative. It should give me all the options. Oh, I'm on the paper layer. That's why it's being confused. We'll grab this, move these guys over, and we'll just put that there. Fine. Because I can get back to that later. Hit OK. Deselect. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, if you're doing a character design, you're going to want a few things. You're going to want... can I have my pen, please? Oh, can I have it in a color that shows up? Okay, here we go. Ignoring the cube. Character design / reference. I'm going to call ref because we don't need the whole thing. Hello. And let's see. You can find out more about Joe Dan Hollifield's links on his site and out to dinner after the meeting. See y'all later. Enjoy. And are the only one? Hey, Sarah. This is just a rough sketch show. But whenever you're doing a new character ref and you really want something you can reference, you need a few things. The first things, of course, you're going to want is a front and back. You're going to want detail focus. So let's say the character has fancy jewelry or cats. etc. You want to take time to draw that right there where it can be found. And then you want expressions. So you want an expression sheet of all their likeliest expressions. If we are doing this basically fully, wow, that line's stunk. Now, please apologize. Bear with me. My hand is a little sore. I've been pushing it very hard for the last few days, and my tablet just went black for reasons I don't know. Come on, just do this. While we wait for my tablet to reboot. Okay, no. You know what? I'm going to stop. I'm going to run an ad, and when we get back, hopefully it will have settled down. So we'll stop the music for a moment, and we'll run an ad for. Actually, should be the Indie CD. So we'll be back in a minute. All right. You want an expressions reference, and it doesn't show up on you when my screen randomly goes black. It might be one of my cables. This was used. I've gotten a good amount of work from it, but I may have to replace or upgrade it. Anyway, so you're going to want emotions so that you can reference back how they look when they're angry, sad, scared, etc. And we had a whole bunch of comments while we were going through. So let's see. Enjoy your meal, Joe. Am I the only one in the chat? Erie. Hey there, Joe. Side view too. Yep, you're going to want side views. We're going to talk about that. But I want to cover side view in a different set. And we've got lots of greetings. And I love that music. And my drink is getting delivered. Thank you, son. All righty. And we're just going to blast through these two places at once. Hey, hope your night's going well. And I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to that one if it's on YouTube. All righty, cool. So, you want emotions, expressions. Now, it was point up, side. And side is a good thing to do, especially if it isn't symmetrical. But what you really want to do is what's called a turnaround. and they're not easy to do. So you have basically a full rotation, and you can start from somebody. We're just going to do a person here, and I'm going to go like this just to make it simple what they look like. Okay, so you have a person. You've got side. You're going to want that sort of 3/4. Front. And you could adjust the pose a little bit. But the idea is, because most characters are a little asymmetrical. Actually, I would put larger feet there just to make it tractable. And then other side. And I'm deliberately omitting the arms in this case to make it easier to keep track of. Oh, we have some new comments. RIP tab, working in progress. Just got off work, so there's very much joy. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I forgot to turn the music back on. Sorry. Well, we're going to run the second one. I'll rescue fall at the falls. I'm trying to keep it low enough it's not blowing out everybody's eardrums, but other side, and then you continue to the back. By doing it at least a turnaround. So let me put the marks here. Up there it's a little confusing. You have facing this way. And then we basically skipped here, but you can add more. That's going to give you a sense of how the character moves, how they work. If left to their own devices, how do they sit? So suddenly they got a little thicker. But we're not going to, you know. Are they the type to perch? Are they the type to, you know, like do the kind of Slavic squat? Kind of Spider-Man that out a bit. And obviously you'd have their arms, but the arms are good complicated. You want as much reference that you can take with the character as quickly as possible. So what you're going to look at is, if you're making a reference character, especially for somebody that you're planning to use a lot, like Mitsu, you might want, you know, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're looking at 5 pages just of reference that you have as a document, and then you print that off and you put it in a folder so that you have access to it, so that you can start to get a feel. And the thing is, you want to do this with every major character if you're doing repeated work. So if you're doing a comic book or an illustrated novel, it is a huge amount of work to make the reference to keep your continuity correct. Now, you don't normally have to do this kind of thing if you're just playing around or doing a one-shot or something. But if you really wanted to develop a character and preserve them, this is where I would really go to do that. Okay? So we have that. We have that all set up. I hope that helps you, Alec, with the setup for that. I'm going to make a new one. Just come over here, take this file. I'll just save this as character design notes, and we'll just throw that as a CSV file so I can bring it back. And I will export a probably ping, and I'll export a JPEG, because sometimes you need to have things out in a smaller, easier to transfer format. Wonderful. I might be able to set you up a formatted kind of notebook to help you keep referencing to that. But it's saved. We are golden. We're here. We're going to say time lapse. And since I am just burning time to keep you guys amused so that Joe has time to eat out and have a good time, anybody have any art requests? Anything you guys want drawn? And while you guys write that up, I'm going to run another ad. Just trying to be vaguely helpful. Oh, and the background. That's what I'm trying. Okay. So I'll come over here. Stop the music. And I will run an ad. And since Trey can't be here, I'll run her ad next. All right, and my tablet just completely went boink again. You guys can see it. I can't. That's really not good. I think my tablet might have just... oh, there, it's back for a bit. Guess who's going to be saving up for a new tablet, folks? By tablet, I mean a graphic display tablet, not a separate thing. My XP Pen Artist 15.6 is dying. I like this one. I like the company. I may have to order something else. Okay. Since people, yes, you want a garb redesign, but I'm not going to do a garb redesign while I'm live. That one would take a good while because I have to get out my own things. But since we're here and since you're listening, good evening, Mr. Hollifield, which reminds me I have to start the music back up. And basically every commercial, I'm just going to use that as an excuse to jump tracks. We're at track 3, Meditations of a Displaced Detective. And we're keeping the chats. So I think I might need a new chord. I have to see how fancy it is. But let's do some more design talk. So wait, let me do the fill thing again, because I don't think we need that that bright a screen. It's a little painful on us, and this is not exactly my plan evening. So let me grab a nice kind of almost black. Okay, we'll go back here. Here we go. This is the part where I would remember to, hey, maybe just add a different layer so I can erase it. Okay, mostly. Design, shape, language. So it's funny. We are hard-coded, guys, to think of shapes in certain ways. A circle is friend shaped. Soft. A square is strong, solid, and triangles usually, triangles are usually aggressive. It's just something that we've all kind of learned. And Dan says that track is the reason the entire album exists. I wrote it and sent it off to Stephanie, and she asked for more music to go with it. It is amazing, Dan. Your music is just exquisite, as is the material that inspired it. Okay? So, when you see characters, and I'm going to draw them very, very small so I can bang out a bunch on the screen. You see this around square. Yeah, and you're going to have hybrids. But it's like, if you see this guy, okay, I'm going to draw this guy. And again, this is super simple, but I'm just going to put my point. Little boots, maybe a vest. Couple first hand. This is a friend. This is friend shape. That is what art is, what we've been kind of trained to recognize. Maybe not the strongest guy, so we'll give him some hair. And yes, I know it's not much more than an over-glorified stick figure, but we're going for it. So we have a brown friend shape. Now, remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, but this guy at his core and again we're just playing with the shapes, is very square, very broad. We mentioned that we mentioned, yeah, it's a himbo. We have the broad of chest right here, probably the dome of butt, and then the pure heart, or a himbo. Himbos are almost always square. And then we have a triangular character. And I'm just using, I'm exaggerating a bit on the shape, but this character right here instantly feels like trouble, right? Because they're sharp shapes. We've been trained to think that way. So by realizing that that is the basic shape language, we can layer, hide all this. We can start to design characters and realize what we are working with. So, the more prevalent, let's do we're going to do a guy, and we're going to use a variant of the Loomis method. Not quite, that's close enough. Where we have a guy, and I like to kind of stick figure my dudes out. Now, if I'm drawing him and I'm being vaguely anatomical, already we see some triangles, we see circles. I like to think of the chest, then the spine, then the hips. It's a very simplified way, but again, we are just in the basic sketching period. This isn't even a really good pose because he's a little lean. That's okay. Now, legs are funny. We can talk about the cheek for the legs that works, but right now, we're just going to do this. Very straightforward. This is a very classic, strong character. I could put a lot of detail in the hands because hands are a battle. But you get the idea. He's still, even though he's ornate, this is a very straight built character. This could be like, I could easily say, oops, do that, do that. And suddenly, I think we all can see how this is, right? The idea of a straight, upright character, usually his body language is straight, he's very straight, rigid. So this is a guy who's going to be a good guy. Obviously, I mean, I borrowed from one of the most iconic designs ever for the purpose of explaining what's going on. And I'm not trying to encroach on anybody's stuff, I'm just trying to use it as a reference. Okay? Which is why I don't usually do a lot of paneling. So if this guy looks, at least by our trade design language, by how we look and we see, looks like a good guy, a trustworthy guy. We're going to add a little bit of a bend here. Just do this kind of fella here. This guy's kind of skulking around. He might even be taller than Koepp Hero over here. Actually, his head is not shaped right. Ooh, big eraser. I'm going to shrink that eraser down before I do that next time. I got 14 to get that to work. Now, if you think this. Fatty hair. The body language of this guy shows, a bend. It shows a bit of, punch. But his angles he's all angles. He's sharp. He's kind of shady feeling. This is the kind of guy who comes off as maybe just a little bit of a trickster or a problem. If this is Soups, this is my man Shane Madej. And like, if you watch a lot of times, that a wonderful actor, wonderful net personality, love his stuff, but he's kind of taken on the persona of being kind of a Loki-like, almost trickster. And ironically, I want to say his real-life character design fits it, but it really kind of does. And yes, this is absolutely dangerous. It is absolutely dangerous to judge a book by its cover. But sometimes when you're writing and you're drawing and you're thinking, you're going to have to realize people judge the characters by their design. So that gives you a chance to either have... Oops, let me get my pen back to something that doesn't stick. There we go. Go right here. And I love how I left that one line that's giving me reference. So we have our expectations. And you have two basic choices in character design. When you're the writer, you can play into or subvert. So, what does that mean? That means if I draw a character like this, okay? Give me a second. Nick, you're not using the constructions you normally use. I don't need you for this body type. I've done enough characters with this body type over the years, but I can draw it. Let me put our hands behind her back. So we have, a little short, female-coded character. I'm running out of space because I didn't swap left to right. That's okay. We'll give her a rather good hair skirt. And we'll give her rolled up sleeves and a decent sweater. Okay, so we've got this decent sweater. Let me get the eraser out. My pencil back. We'll give her tasteful hair. Nothing, to write home about. Maybe a little bit, not too much. It's not upheld. And on top of it, we're going to throw some glasses that are actually obscuring her eyes. Right? So we have a character who looks vaguely like this. And I'm not pushing it real far, but we've thrown together a nice little character. We'll give her socks. Again, very referencey. Right? Now, if I have her with a companion, and her companion is a woman who looks something like this, I need to be a little more sketchy for that, because it's been a while since I've drawn like this strong girl. Here, wide stance. And once again, her feet are kind of cut off because just of me starting a little too low. My proportions are off. And yes, her legs almost look digitigrade. We can leave that, and we'll give her like the awesome split skirt, thigh-high, across over, like hair with volume. maybe some shoulder pads. So, we have a strong girl. Well, getting ahead of myself, I have to ask, which of these characters would you expect to be the strong one? You know? You would expect, likely, the taller girl to be the strong one. You know, she's built like, some kind of barbarian character. You expect, like, you know, a sword to be strapped to her back. So, expectations, you could make this, and I'm just going to fantasify her outfit just a little bit. For the purpose of this, well, you expect. Whoops, I keep hitting the button that snags me. 1 second. Put a little bit of chat because it's cute. Bump the button for the 15th time that steals the sample unless I'm trying to get the sample. Okay. So, and again, this isn't for art quality, this is for art concept. Now she looks like a happy little witch girl, and we can have her holding a broom behind her back. Boom, right? That's what you expect. The body language shows, see, this looks much more confident. Strong. And this looks perhaps a little, maybe introverted. Weaker, smart. Oh yeah, this is definitely extrovert. Now, what can we do with this as creators? What we can do is, instead of just we can do exactly what they look like, play into. So you can do like a whole character arc of her having to learn to be more confident and, face up to her issues. Whereas, we may have to, learn to be more civil or polite. Possibly even learn to read. I mean, you can see storylines start to come out and read instantly. So, why am I talking about this if it's all that way? Well, we get to the subvert. If you want to, and you don't want to overplay it, which is what happens a lot, you could take a couple of these traits and reverse them. So suddenly, maybe it turns out the nerdy girl is actually white confident, or even excessively physically strong. You just don't realize it, And you could take that to an extreme real quick by simply making her, just like you can force a design, you can push a character. You could make her absolutely psychotically confident and powerful. Just by sharpening the perception or revealing it later in uh, the narrative that you're working on. Because if you're going to do your own comic or whatever, you want it to be something that interests you. So when you have that, when you're doing your character design, so if we bring back this right here, actually not that one, but this one. Did I lose it? Yeah, these guys. Okay. You can add, not that it's right or just, but you can easily go intro, vert, either mem, extrovert, because let's be honest, villains have to be a little bit extra at some point, and there's no harm in that. So you have to tell the tale. The next thing that you're looking at when you're developing something, especially if you're developing characters, is how the setting influences them. Now, why am I saying that? Why are we saying how the setting influences them? If we play with the girl from before, I'm just giving her pigtails because I think barbarian girls with pigtails are funny. Let's give her this. A strong barbarian girl, somebody who looks like you would expect Autumn Ivy to be. In a setting like, a sword and sorcery setting. So, let me write that. Strong barbarian. And I'm an old gamer, so I think in terms like this. Type. In a Mad Max setting is going to fit in and work really well with that, more than if you put them in the same kind of mentality in a slice of life drama. Or in a gothic Call of Cthulhu style mythos horror. That character is going to fit in those places very different. I'll give you a real simple. We're going to take a word that implies a lot. Vampire. A vampire on Ravenloft is dramatically different than a vampire on Sesame Street. I think I misspelled Sesame, and that's okay. They would forgive me for misspelling. The point being, your setting is going to influence how a character functions and how they fit in. Let's do another example. We're just gonna say Velma, right? If I say Velma, I'll even do it. I'll do Velma Dinkley, right? Velma Dinkley in a Scooby-Doo Do universe. It's very, very different than Velma Dinkley in a, let's see. Let's go, different spiels, different things. The Smurfs versus Star Trek versus Tremors. Or, you know what, let's have fun with it. Velma Dinkley in Fast and Furious. Okay? How that character interacts is going to be radically different in these settings. So you have to adjust the character archetype to fit. So let's see this here. Anything here yet? Oh, they're there. And they're there. So we're going to do that, okay? This is why I love when you guys give me suggestions and requests. Okay. We are going to design the same base character, okay? And this base character, and I am not using any proper cartooning techniques because I don't want this to be impressive to you. I want you to think about what's going on, not who's going on. We have the base version of we'll give him some normal hair. And again, we are just quick sketching. This isn't for artistic quality. Way too much. The sort of smart guy, right? Sorry about that. I'm getting lots of comments. It happens. This is the time of night where I'm normally, when I'm not on shows, I'm hanging out with my family and I am online. So we have this guy. He's our little smart guy. Okay? And I know he's not terribly impressive right now. He's not supposed to be. So we have a smart guy. We'll put him in a polo shirt. Okay? He's got way too much forehead, but nobody's going to complain. And this is not me coming at this artistic seriously for now. And come over here. I'm going to do this. I am going to copy. So select this, move here. Okay, so we have the exact same badly done sketch. Okay? And here he is in a book. Not what I need. I need nothing. He's in, oh gosh, he's in a school setting. This could be anything, it doesn't matter. This character is going to, look pretty much normal school student, right? Why is that not really? Oh, because of the copies. Hold on. There we go. Might be able to erase. So, our little dude, who's suddenly a little too buff, he should not be that buff. We'll worry about the other part later. Give him some cuff sleeve. Maybe he's got his backpack on. Yay. Cool. He's got his little stupid sneaker. No worries. Everything about the character says, okay, I'm okay, I'm at school. Yay. Exact same character over here, different setting. Anybody want to throw me a weird one? Heart thing on the corner? What? Oh, I'm sorry about sound if there's some technical difficulties, I don't really know what to do about that. Oh, that little heart thing, yes. It's a pain, isn't it? But erase this arm. You know what? Let's put this guy. Same guy, but suddenly he is post-apocalyptic. Okay? So now he's going to look and function very differently. So let's see. Post-apocalyptic, he's got to get some body armor of some sort on. Maybe he doesn't have access to any, so he's going to grab some pipes. We're going to have fun with this. This is not to be taken seriously. But, needed a helmet, so he grabbed an old tan. Got some goggles on. The tan. Instead of a backpack, he's got maybe a walking stick. Like a little hammer on. And again, I'm just scribbling here. I'm literally just spitballing silly ideas that, somebody who's smart might have come up with. So now he has a hammer and it's strapped. Maybe he's got a stop sign that he's made into a shield. Because nobody was using that. Hopefully his glasses last, Strap some knee pads. All of a sudden, is a very different kind of character. And again, I am keeping the art deliberately super sketchy because I don't want you thinking too much about the art, thinking about how the design is functioning. Okay? Oh, sorry. And so we put, again, sorry, I'm trying to handwrite and the letters are moving around too much for me. I'm more tired than I thought, so do simpler words. End of world. So I just staple it. Okay, that's end of cool. My spelling gets really bad when the words start moving around. And I'm not going to hide it anymore. I'm dyslexic. Sometimes the letters don't go where they're supposed to. But this is going to give you the same character, who might be like, hey, he's going to be worried about grades and, girls and bullies. As a baseline, this character is worried about zombies, eating, either them eating him or him having anything to eat. And, girls. Because he's still going to have it's the same character. It's the same concept. But fitting in how they work is going to be a very different thing to place. And knowing that should affect your character design, especially if you ever want to do something silly like jump worlds. Thesis has a question. Too bad I can't draw for crud. I mean, I have a couple drawings of boffer weapons I want to build, but those are all straight lines, very basic sketches. Okay. Let's get real on this one. Drawing. Wordplay. Actually, no. I'm not even going to do drawing sword fighting. I'm not even going to do a person. You said swords, so let's keep it to objects. So swords. If you look in my book, The Simple Sword, available through Amazon, all the art is done in stick figures. And because I'm teaching rapiers, the rapier is depicted just like this. I'm serious. That's how I depicted a rapier. Can you tell? Okay, so we're going right. Rapier. Anybody looking can tell exactly what that is. So we have the idea, the symbol. It is still valid. Now, if I'm drawing, I'm going to draw another rapier. I'm picking rapiers because I'm working with the subject I am intimately acquainted with. Things that nearly killed me, I should know how to work with them. Now, I'm going to draw a rapier. I'm actually going to base this on one of mine. And we're just going to see it come out, right? Well, it's a little thick, but we're not going to worry about that. Okay? Now, this is just you guys are getting me on the day where my hands aren't working. And I apologize for that. I've kind of pushed them too hard. But this is a short rapier, but for the purpose of our conversation, with that, I can go and I'll put it up. So this is a very short rapier. Say it's 36 inches long. Then put NTS, which is short for not to scale. Nope, I want my pencil back. Go away. 6 inches. 1 inch diameter. You know, you start to get, this is for design. Now, if I go right here, we're going to put, oh yeah, sorry, which is the point of balance. That's a ridiculous place for it with this design, but it works. Now we're going to draw them. You're literally drawing the same. It's a short rapier, I know. Now, this is obviously a much more ornate version, right? I'm going to do shady things like active with the shadow. You know? Again, these are quick sketches. But here's the thing. How do I want to place this part? I'm going to call it emotive. Everybody's going to start with the symbol, with the idea of an object. Something that is a cliff notes to say, this is a rapier. In this case, it's a rapier. It's a short rapier. And yes, that length is really off, not the scale, but whatever. It's actually offending me quite a bit. And we'll just make the blade, should be, oh, the blade's so thick. Well, we'll just make it 1 inch. It's not the scale, nobody worries. But with the proper design, you could build one. It's not necessarily pretty. It's not going to say at this level that, okay, the hilt is, hand carved, whatever. This is enough to keep the measurement concept. And then you want to get into the artistic. It's the same way with everything. You want to learn it. First, you learn the basic idea of what it is. So it's line, its shape, and then you get to its form. So, you're going from minimalist to what it is to all the fun tricks like perspective, shading. We could do some tricks with light effects where I could take an eraser and be really shady for a moment. Come down here, myself a little tiny eraser. Oh, no, also. So, look. Since this is the last frame, it doesn't matter what does to the others. Do some light effect now. Ooh, thank you. Okay. I'm going to tell you the trick. And the horrible trick is that's not what I need. Who is right here, started right here. And if you want to learn it, art is a learnable skill. But you have to break it down into chunks. And anybody can learn it. So I hope that helps you guys a bit. I hope that's useful for the folks who had some questions, and I hope this, filled the hour slot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop the screen, come back to you guys. This lovely program, this is a variant of Art Time with Nick. It has been brought to you by the Independent Creator Directory. Let me see if the banners are available. That's the one I set up, so I have to figure out where the banners are. Okay, Independent Creator Directory. Your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, musicians, people to help you reach your dreams. If you want to help me, you can find my books at, just look up author Nicholas Talker, Anthony Talker. My link is buried somewhere in the many, many banners, but I'm not quite sure where they are. I'm still familiarizing myself with the setup. But guys, I'm hoping that you've had a wonderful, mellow evening. I hope it kept your Wednesday at least occupied, and I've done right by my buddy Joe and Trey. I'm going to take a few comments, run an ad, and wrap out. And let's see. Time for missing. Yes. This is very informative. I'm glad it could help. Because is a very good teacher. Thank you. I try. Too bad I can't draw. We covered that. He is Dan. This helped a lot. And look, like any other exercise, this is a great wrap up from Dan Hallfield. You start with the basic steps, practice, refine, and keep going. That is, I have a great passion, guys. I really do. And I believe that art is for everyone. Okay? That's martial arts, that's visual arts, that's fiber arts. The act of creating something that you love, the musical arts, and I'm going to cut the music right now because it's a little deep and flowy for what we're talking here. All this exists for everybody. And don't expect excellence to be the only way that your art has value, because that's false. I would rather be around people who draw their happy little stick figures and do their funky little clay shapes and, tweedle around or plink around on a guitar and have a little fun. Nobody's going to be the best at everything. And nobody is always the best at any one thing. Your best will always alternate. But what you work on, what you love, what you put love into will give love back. And it has to be available for everyone at least the entry level. And then your work and talent sync up to figure out where you can go. But the only way you're going to be able to do that is to try. So let me check the comments real fast. Wow, a YouTube show that didn't show a lot of comments. I know Dan and Alec are still here. That's crazy. Every expert was a novice. Yes. So if you want to be something and it matters to you, like being an artist, admitting, yeah, I'm not good at it. Okay. You have established where you are. That's an important first step. The next step is figuring out how to get better and trying things and learning, seeking out expertise. And that's why I end every show basically like I'm going to end this one, at least on Never Mind the Furthermore. Go out there and write or draw or create, because you can always edit it. You can improve it, but you cannot edit a blank page. Now, I love you. You should too. I'll be back this time Wednesday for another program, be it The Burning is Love or The Burning is Yarn or Behind the Code. This channel has a lot of wonderful content made by people who love what they do, and as labors of that love, put it out for you guys. So please subscribe, please share this around, and please like this and the other programs on this channel. And then after we've done all that, guys, have a lovely night. I will personally see you guys on the Nicholas Talkert channel for Never Mind the Furthermore Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, and Friday night on the Historical Fencing Guild channel at 8 p.m. Eastern. Depending on how things go, because I actually had planned to do something else in this time slot, I may be launching a new show concerning Nerf guns, which is another one of the things I greatly enjoy. With that, thank you, and have a lovely night, y'all. Toodles.